Welcome back to the Cruise World. Today we're taking a tour of the biggest cruise ship in the world, Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Whether you're already booked or looking for that perfect ship, the Cruise World has you covered with ship and room tours, vlogs, tips, parodies, and a whole lot more. So if you love cruising, make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell turned on. Icon of the Seas has a gross tonnage of 248,000, 20 decks, and can carry up to 7,600 passengers. With 8 neighborhoods, over 40 restaurants, bars and lounges, 7 pools, and a complete water park, we've got a lot to see, so let's get started. We're starting today's tour on Deck 3 aft at the main dining room that extends up to Deck 5, and this is where you can go daily for complimentary breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All the way at the forward of Deck 3 is where you'll find the medical center and the lower level of the music hall, which we'll see shortly. And right here is the conference center, which you may utilize if you're part of a group on board the Icon. Up to Deck 4 aft, just outside the dining room and moving forward towards the Casino Royale, where you'll find all your favorite slots and table games. If you haven't already, you can join the Club Royale Rewards program so you can earn points every time you play. The more points you earn, the more perks you'll get, like offers and invitations to special events and tournaments, VIP seating at shows, priority dining reservations, and even complimentary cruises for 2. And drinks are never too far away while you play with a fully stocked casino bar. Up next is the music hall. As I mentioned earlier, this venue spans decks 3 and 4, and it's the perfect spot for live music, game shows, late night clubbing, and more. And all the way forward on Deck 4 and extending up to Deck 5 is the Royal Theater, where you can see amazing productions like The Wizard of Oz and Effectors 3. Up to Deck 5 and just in front of the theater is the full-service gym, stocked with all the latest cardio and weight machines. We'll exit the gym out onto the jogging track, which wraps around Deck 5 with 2.4 laps equaling 1 mile. Tucked over here on our right is a relief area for any service animals on board, as well as the official mascot of the Icon, Rover. If you have any questions or you're ready to book your next cruise vacation, give us a call or email thecruiseworldtravel@gmail.com. Now we're heading back inside towards the Royal Promenade, and this reimagined area also has 2 fully connected decks with floor-to-ceiling windows. First up on our right is the Effie store and Solera Beauty, where you can get all your beauty products and fine jewelry. And next up is Sorrento's Pizza, where they're serving up fresh slices throughout the day. Right across from Sorrento's is one of my favorite venues, Spotlight Karaoke. On our left is the collection, where you can pick up designer handbags and accessories, followed by Starbucks, where you can get your coffee fix just like you do back at home. And over here on the right is the Royal Shop, where you'll find all kinds of Royal swag, from shirts and hats to magnets, mugs, ship models, and more. And this is what everybody's talking about, the Pearl, which has 3,600 kinetic tiles, and this is where you'll get your first look at the Icon when you cross the gangway. Just over to the left, there are some escalators that head down to the casino and then down onto the gangway, and these really help ease congestion on the elevators when getting on and off the ship in port. And just past that is the 1400 bar. Now, the 1400 name comes from the Icon's ship number at the Meyer Turku shipyard where she was built. And tucked just behind the Pearl is where you'll find the shore excursion desk and focus photo gallery. Up on the right is the guest services desk, and here on our left is the Point and Feather Bar, an old-style English pub with cold beer and live guitar music in the evenings. The space here is the Crown and Anchor Society and Next Cruise desk. And now we're heading over towards Port Merchants, your duty-free and liquor store. If you do decide to purchase liquor on board, they will deliver it to your stateroom on the last night of the cruise. You're not allowed to consume those purchases while on board. If we kept moving back, we'd find the upper level of the main dining room, but we're heading up these stairs to Deck 6 in the upper level of the Royal Promenade. First up here is a Royal Caribbean favorite. It's the Schooner Bar, where perfectly mixed cocktails and live entertainment come together in a warm-lit, nautical-themed lounge. This is a great place to grab a drink and enjoy some piano music. Now we're entering Giovanni's, Icon's upcharge Italian restaurant and bar. Over here to the left, you'll often find a band playing live music. This is a great place to watch the balloon drop and the various parades throughout your cruise. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the Schooner Bar is great for some piano fun, but if you want a piano party, then you're going to love the Dueling Piano Bar, where insanely talented musicians take your requests in a sing-along party that's not to be missed. Now's a great time to talk about the elevators here on Icon. There are no buttons on the inside to select your floor. Instead, you'll use these displays to select where you need to go, and it will direct you to the proper elevator. Here on the left will soon be the home of the onboard escape room, and on the right is the Crown Lounge, an exclusive area for loyalty levels Diamond and above. And there is one more area at the very forward of Deck 6, and that's the upper level of the fitness center. In this area, they have some spin bikes overlooking the ocean, as well as a spin room and other areas for fitness classes. Now we'll pop back up to finish off the upper promenade along the port side, and first up is the Attic, the onboard comedy club. The staircase here on our left heads up to Central Park, which we'll see in a bit, but here in front of us is the Pearl Cafe, where you can get a variety of coffees and grab-and-go sandwiches, snacks, and desserts. This is also a great spot to sit and relax or even get some work done with outlets and charging ports at many of the seating areas here. And I can't take you past the Pearl without another quick look. The Starlink Voom internet has been very good here on board, but if you need assistance with the service, this is where you'll find the help. Here on our right is Boleros, and this Latin-themed club serves up all your favorite drinks to the sound of a four-piece band playing salsa, merengue, samba, and more. You'll see the entrance for the Surfside neighborhood ahead, but we still have more to see here on Deck 6. And here on our right is Adventure Ocean, where Royal Caribbean has multiple programs ranging from babies 6 to 36 months old and kids 3 to 12. Continuing on our left is the Park West Gallery office, and now we're passing through 6th and Main, where you can pick up some Royal Caribbean activewear and more. If you don't want to miss the big game during your iconic vacation, Playmakers has you covered with a ton of televisions, cold beer, games, and game day foods available for an extra charge. And here at the rear of Deck 6 is Absolute Zero, a multi-purpose venue where you can see amazing ice shows, get on the ice yourself, play laser tag, and more. And finally, also hidden just inside the doors to Absolute Zero is the entrance to Social 020, the exclusive area for your iconic teens on board. Up to Deck 7 aft and Surfside, this is the first neighborhood designed for young families. Parents can soak up ocean views here at the Water's Edge pool while keeping an eye on their kids at Splashaway Bay and Baby Bay. On our left is Pier 7, where you can get casual California cuisine and all-day brunch. Now, Pier 7 is an upcharge for adults, but it's free for the kids. The Lemon Post Bar features separate drink menus for adults and kids. Surfside Bites features a convenient pickup window for quick bites and desserts. And speaking of desserts, here's a Sprinkles ice cream station on our right, and ahead is the reimagined carousel. Over on the port side is Sugar Beach, Icon's candy store, and more. And back here on the starboard side is Surfside Eatery. This is a really neat complimentary buffet that has all your kids' favorites, as well as elevated options that put a contemporary twist on all the kids' classics. Over on our left is the arcade, and here by this giant flamingo are stairs leading down to Deck 6 just outside Adventure Ocean, but we're heading up to Deck 8. And you'll notice the slide to the left here for the kids and adults that just can't wait to get to the fun of Surfside. Our final stop here in Surfside is the Sunshine and Sundries shop, and now we're heading into Central Park. Now this has become a favorite spot for many cruisers on the Oasis class ships, and here on the Icon it's lusher and livelier than ever with over 30,000 more plants, 4 living walls, and the new live music venue, Lou's Jazz and Blues. Over along the starboard side is the Regalia Fine Jewelry store. And if you like champagne, you'll love Bubbles, where you can grab a drink at this handy window. We can see the Pearl through these windows on the left as we approach one of my favorite lunch spots on board, the Park Cafe, home of the Royal Kummelweck sandwich. Also here, there's some great seating options where you can relax in the park and still see the ocean. On our right is the Trellis Bar, where here on the Icon they offer some snacks as well as your favorite drinks. And over on the left is Izumi in the Park, an all-day window for sushi and snap-worthy street foods. Of course, right next door is Izumi Sushi and Hibachi, and if you love a great steak like me, Chop's Grill is on our right. Finally, here at the forward of Deck 8 is the all-new Empire Supper Club, an upcharge venue where you can embark on a multi-course journey, with each musical number and every libation carefully curated and perfectly paired to complement each course. Decks 9 through 12 are reserved for staterooms, so we'll skip right past those, which brings us up to Deck 14, home of the Vitality Spa. Here on our right is the Vitality Cafe, where you can get fresh juices, smoothies, and more. If rest and relaxation are on your vacation menu, this is where you need to be. From relaxing massages to thermal suites, even a full-service salon and barbershop, the Vitality Spa has everything you need to recharge in between adventures. The Aquadome is one of the first things you'll notice when you see the Icon of the Seas from the outside, and inside it doesn't disappoint. Here on Deck 15 forward, Aquadome neighborhood is the place to kick back and enjoy a bite to eat and drink by day, and at night it becomes a hot spot with restaurants and bars, as well as Royal Caribbean's marquee aqua shows. First up here on our right is the Royal Bling store, where you can represent your favorite cruise line with some Crown and Anchor inspired jewelry. They even have a $100,000 goblet, which when purchased will score you unlimited drinks for life on Royal Cruises. Here on our left is Hooked, Icon's premium seafood restaurant, and on our right you'll see the impressive Aquadome, where the talented divers and performers put on amazing shows. Next up is the Overlook, and this is a great place to hang out and get some work done in these really cool pods that feature multiple outlets for charging your devices, or just relaxing in the sun and taking in the amazing views. stepping down to deck 14, here is the overlook bar, and there's just a ton of fun seating options to relax in here. Back up the stairs, and here on our left is the Rye and Bean, a spot where you can start your days and end your evenings with classic cups of joe and coffee-infused cocktails. Now we're entering the Aquadome Market, a brand new complimentary food hall here on the Icon that features 5 unique food stands. This is a great place for sandwiches and salads, pitas, mac and cheese, Asian favorites, and crepes, and you can top it all off with drinks from the bar. Now we're heading back outside and getting our first look at Chill Island, where there's no shortage of seating options both in the sun and out. And here on our right is the first of the lime and coconut bars here in Chill Island, and this is always a great place to grab a cold drink on a hot day. Coming up on our right is the Royal Bay Pool, and at over 5,800 square feet, it's the most expansive pool at sea. Over to the left, those stairs will take you up to Thrill Island, and you'll notice a bunch of towel stations. Anywhere there's water, you can find one, and with 7 pools on board, there's a lot of water. Here on our left is the entrance to the Windjammer, but we'll get to those areas shortly because we still have a lot more to see here at Chill Island. Now here's some colorful and crazy seating options to try out, and definitely a cool place to chill while overlooking Central Park. And here's another slide that can get you from deck 16 to 15 in a flash, and I see a lot of the kids and ice cream lovers like me utilizing this slide because just up here on our left is the sprinkle station. To our left are some ping pong tables, and they're conveniently enclosed to block the wind, which isn't a friend of that tiny plastic ball. And now we're making our way down the port side of Chill Island on deck 15, where there are 2 whirlpools, as well as the Cove Pool, which overlooks the ocean. And we've also got another lime and coconut bar here on our left. Now we're at El Loco Fresh, a great spot to grab your favorite Mexican foods and wash it down with a margarita from Cantina Fresca. Now, as we promised, we're heading towards the Windjammer Cafe, the go-to buffet restaurant on every Royal Caribbean ship. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you'll always be able to find something here that will hit the spot. Here on the Icon, the Windjammer does run along both the port and starboard sides and features 2 bars for your beverage needs. Continuing in Chill Island, we move up to deck 16 midship, and moving towards the aft along the port side is Swim and Tonic, the first swim-up bar at sea. This is an awesome place to hang out, stay cool, and have some great drinks. On the right, you'll notice some private casitas, and these are available to rent for the day, and these tend to fill up fast, so make sure you book early if that's something you'd like to do. There's the slide down to deck 15, but we're not taking that now because we've got something better than ice cream just around the corner, and that's the all-new lime and coconut frozen cocktail bar. Now we're entering the Thrill Island neighborhood, and just ahead of us is the Crown's Edge, a fear-inducing challenge that's part skywalk, part ropes course, part thrill ride, and an all-out test of your courage at 154 feet above the sea. For our next thrill, it's the Adrenaline Peak rock climbing walls. Can you reach the top and ring the bell? Let us know down in the comments. Nothing says family fun like a round of mini golf here at the Lost Dunes Putt-Putt course. And now we're getting our first look at the massive Category 6 water park, but we're going to take these stairs up to the Deck 17 sports court real quick. Whether your sport is basketball, pickleball, or soccer, this is a great place to get your game on. Back down to 16, and next up is the base camp, which features a full bar as well as complimentary and premium food items. I personally recommend you try the waffle chicken nuggets. And make sure to head right around the corner so you can wash your food down with a treat from the deserted milkshake bar. Just ahead are the entrances for 3 of the 6 water slides, the 2 Storm Chaser slides and the Frightening Bolt. But right now we're heading back to what seems to be one of the most popular places here on the Icon of the Seas, the Hideaway. The Hideaway is tucked away here at the rear of Deck 15 and combines the good vibes of a beach club and the first ever suspended infinity pool at sea with uninterrupted ocean views. This area is for adults only and also features a dedicated DJ and bar. And you'll notice the day beds, which are available to rent, but just like the casitas we saw earlier, they will book up fast, so make sure you reserve those in advance. Back up to Deck 16, where we left off by the Frightening Bolt slide entrance, and there are some shoe cubbies here to store your footwear in while you're at the water park. And next we'll head up the staircase to access the Flowrider surf simulator. The surf's always up here, so grab your board and get ready because 30,000 gallons of rushing awesome are headed your way. Now we're heading into the heart of the Category 6 water park with over 17,000 square feet of fun. It features the tallest drop slide at sea, the first open freefall slide at sea, the first family raft slides at sea, and the first mat racing duo at sea. Here on our left are the entrances to the remaining 3 slides, Storm Surge, Hurricane Hunter, and the Pressure Drop. This staircase here on the right will take you back down to deck 15 in Chill Island, but we've got one more deck to see, so we're heading up to Cloud 17. First, we'll wrap around the staircase here and show you the smoking area. And now we'll pass by a ton of sun-soaked seating options. On our left is the champagne glass whirlpool. And now we've arrived at the Cloud 17 Lime and Coconut Bar and the Cloud 17 Pool. Now, originally this area was slated to be the adults only area, which they've now shifted to the Hideaway, but this still seems to be a pretty calm and relaxing area to spend your time. Now, technically, that does do it for the public areas of the Icon. However, if you're staying in a suite, you'll also have access to the suite neighborhood located on decks 16 to 19 forward. This area features a multi-level sun deck, the 2-deck high coastal kitchen with Aquadome views, and the Grove featuring a private pool, whirlpool, and casual Mediterranean dining. We hope you enjoyed this tour of the Icon of the Seas. If you'd like to book Icon or any other cruise ship, give us a call or email us at thecruiseworldtravel@gmail.com. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. And next up, check out some of our other ship tours from Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Carnival, and more. And as always, remember, life is short and cruising is fun. We'll see you soon.